Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamonds for Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games in MLB 13-game slate here. We got 4 picks coming your way. Welcome to the month of April. Welcome to the MLB season. Guys, let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps grow the show on YouTube. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up here, the second game of the series, 6:40 Eastern, Lone Depot Park. We're heading to South Florida for the New York Mets and the Miami Marlins. Sandy Alcantara on the hill for the Fish. Cody Senga on the hill for the Metropolitans. Mets -160 road favorites, 7.5 being the total. These two starters, a lot of people like them. You know, when you're reading about pitchers coming into the season, a lot of positives on both of these guys, but both guys coming off of injury years last year, both likely to be on pitch counts, something to keep into the handicap here. Now, both bullpens have started out great this season, so leading into that in the later innings. I'll tell you this with the Mets, offensively, getting Juan Soto, he looked good in the opening series, but only 5 runs in their first 3 games of the series, so their first series of the year, that is. They left 18 men on base. Can they kind of overcome that going forward? Maybe so, particularly against the Marlins. They've had their number over the past few years. I mean, who hasn't really when you're playing the Fish, but player prop note here, Pete Alonso, he has absolutely crushed it in Lone Depot Park. 12 home runs, over a 900 OPS. So if you're looking for kind of player props to the positive, Pete Alonso is a guy you should probably circle. But looking at this one, what to bet side and total, I actually like Alcantara in the Fish here. The former Cy Young Award winner, he was hitting 100 miles per hour in his first start, had 7 Ks, just 4+ innings on opening day. And we get a +139 with him on the hill. I like Alcantara, listing him as the starter. And again, both bullpens have been good out the gate. So overall, I think it's just too much of a plus price here on the home dog. So we're going with the Fish, Miami Marlins, +139 to lead off the Tuesday night slate. We got next one up, heading to the 7 o'clock hour here. Yankee Stadium, 7:05 Eastern, 4:05 Pacific. First game of the series, Arizona Diamondbacks, New York Yankees. Will Warren on the hill for the Bronx Bombers. Corbin Burns on the hill for the D-backs. -115, that is Arizona as the short road favorite. 8.5 being the total. We get the Yankees coming in 3-0 off the first series of the year. They scored 36 runs in those 3 games. And making a lot of headlines here was kind of the bats, the torpedo bats, putting more wood where the barrel of the bat is. And, they were meeting some MLB records in terms of most home runs hit in the first couple games of the season. And it include Aaron Judge, who hit 4 home runs, over 2,000 OPS for him. He was kind of the player of the weekend overall. If he can keep that up, watch out. He was also a guy that I don't believe was using one of those torpedo bats. But either way, both teams off of an off day. So rest yesterday, the Yankees and Arizona, that should help with the travel from Arizona to New York. But kind of a sub note here is Arizona had a great start to the season offensively as well. 27 runs in their first 4 games to start against the Chicago Cubs. They do get the off day for travel, and they got Corbin Burns on the hill. This is a matchup of number 5 starters in the rotation, Will Warren versus Corbin Burns. But Corbin Burns, obviously not a number 5 starter on most rosters, even with the Arizona Diamondbacks. It was actually because he wanted 5 days rest in between his starts. So that's why they're doing this. And getting Corbin Burns here at just 15 cents, I'm probably going to be in the minority on this one, going up against the Yankees after making all those headlines. But Corbin Burns was absolutely money. Last year, he ended the year 1 earned run his last 19 innings pitched, and that includes in his last start in MLB, the last start of last season, he went into Yankee Stadium, gave up 2 hits, had 9 strikeouts in the win. So Corbin Burns has had the Yankees number, at least in his last start. And Will Warren, hey, he might be a good overall MLB pitcher, but he's only really had a cup of coffee in the MLB, and he went 0-3 with a 10+ ERA. So asking him to be nearly, a pick-em price tag against Corbin Burns, I think it's too big of an ask. We're going to list Corbin Burns as the starter, and we're taking the Diamondbacks -115, laying the 15 cents with Arizona. Also, guys, if I didn't say it, listing Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins in the home dog there with the Fish in the first game. All right, we got third game up, 7:07, 2 minutes later. We're heading north of the border for the second game of the series, the Washington Nationals and the Toronto Blue Jays. Jose Berrios on the hill for the Jays, Trevor Williams for the Washington Nationals. 8.5 being the total, -160. That's the Jays as the home favorite. This is the second game of the series, and they're going with Berrios here. He was the opening day starter for the Jays. He did give up 6 earned and 9 hits versus the Orioles. Also 3 bombs there. So something to watch if he's having a shaky start here. He's up against Trevor Williams, who last year had a 2-flat ERA, but he really only goes 5 innings, like 5 innings max. In fact, all of his starts last year, he only made it into this. He only went 6 innings one time. He's a guy that throws like 86, 88 miles per hour, almost one of those guys you wonder, man, how's he still in the show? He's making it, though, but it leads into him not really eating up innings. And the Nationals out the gate this year, which I've had success in years past, watching some of these bullpen numbers early in the season. I think the market can kind of be late in reacting to it. And sure enough, the Nationals, arguably the worst bullpen in all of baseball. They had a 2.7 bullpen whip, walks, hits. That's a terrible number. They actually have more walks than strikeouts. I've never even seen that with a bullpen kind of metric. So this Washington bullpen, watch out betting on them. But also at the same time, the Toronto Blue Jays, their relief arms haven't been great out the gate. 13 earned runs and 16 relief innings. I don't know, guys. These later innings might have a lot of crooked numbers in the box score. Plus the fact these are 2 of the top 10 lineups by weighted runs created plus in the short sample size this season. So offensively, they've both been seeing the ball well, and both bullpens have been awful. Keep in mind, it's still Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero, George Springer there for the Jays, and the Washington Nationals lineup kind of revamped a little bit. C.J. Abrams at the top, Josh Bell, Nathaniel Lowe getting some power there in the middle of the lineup. 8.5, we get it plus 100 too. Risk 100 to win 100. I think we get to 9+ runs here. I think they get in the double digits. We're going Nationals Blue Jays in the Rogers Center, up and over 8.5 plus 100. Guys, got 1 game left. It will be the best bet for the show. A reminder, if you could comment below, does help grow the show, the algorithm on YouTube. Smash that like button. Any questions, your picks for today, all is welcome. If you're interested in premium picks, a great day to check it out. WagerTalk.com, $5 Tuesday top play, discounted to just $5. Drew Martin, experts page, WagerTalk.com, $5 Tuesday. The recap for the show. Didn't do a show on Monday, but the Saturday and Sundays, it was positive. We had the 2-0 clean sweep in the Elite Eight on Sunday. We had the Auburn Tigers laying the points and the under in the Houston, Tennessee game. Both of those cashed, and we split out on Saturday. So it was 1-1 on Saturday in the Elite Eight. And it looks like it's going to be baseball the rest of the way. Just the Final Four show on Saturday. And other than that, Drew's Daily Diamond, MLB here. If you're interested in Major League Baseball picks, come back each and every day on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Check out the show. All right, we got best bet for the show on the nightcap, 9:40 Eastern, 6:40 local time. Cleveland Guardians, San Diego Padres. Michael King going for the Pods. Logan Allen, the lefty, going for Cleveland. 7.5 being the total, -150. That's the Friars as the home favorite. They started out the season. This is the second game of the series, but San Diego started out the season 4-0, sweeping Atlanta, one of the more impressive starts to the season, 17-7. They outscored the Atlanta Braves. And they got King on the hill. He was the opening day starter. He kind of labored 76 pitches in just 2.2 innings. But in my opinion, taking a step down in class from the Braves to the Guardians lineup. And he's up against Logan Allen, 26-year-old out of FIU, Florida International. He was named the 5th starter by the manager, Stephen Vogt, over McKenzie. But he was not on the playoff roster last year. So a little head scratching there. Last year was great for Michael King. He had over 200 strikeouts, a sub-3 ERA. So I think that he bounces back, particularly because his last start against Cleveland, at Cleveland, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run. So great pass performance there. And in the later innings, the bullpen kind of handicapped to this. This is the number 3 bullpen whip out of the gate so far this season for the Padres. They did put some money into it. They got some top-notch guys, 0.69 bullpen whip. In Cleveland, they have had good bullpens in the past, but so far, not so much. So I think the home team underpriced here, minus 150. We're going with the Padres over Cleveland for the best bet of the show, listing Michael King as the starter. We got Washington and Toronto over 8.5 plus 100. We're betting that action. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks minus 115, listing Corbin Burns over the Yankees. And we got the Miami Marlins, Sandy Alcantara, the big home dog, plus 139 against the Mets. That's going to do it for the Tuesday show. We'll be back tomorrow. Come back and join us. Until then, comment below, smash that like button, cash those tickets. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.